my name's Jay Howie and welcome to my new series, Essential Concepts for Guitarists. We're going to be doing a 10-part series all on pentatonic scales and learn what they are, how to play them and how to use them. And we're going to also incorporate mixing and matching minor pentatonic with major pentatonic, along with some techniques that you can use and how we use them in different sorts of music styles as well. So this is lesson number 1, and we're just going to go through what the pentatonic scale actually is. So let's get into it. So what exactly is the pentatonic scale? Well, it's a 5-note scale that you would have heard in various amounts of genres, such as blues, jazz, rock, country, and even traditional folk uses it. And it is an absolute fundamental scale that you need to learn if you want to play lead guitar. So basically, penta means 5 and tonic relates to the root note that we use. So we have pentatonic. And what we're doing is we're removing 2 notes from either the major scale for a major pentatonic or the minor scale for a minor pentatonic. And what this does is it creates a scale that is easily recognizable, and I don't know, for some reason for me it's kind of like you can't hit a wrong note, and it's a really, really good place to start when you're starting to learn lead guitar. So let's get to actually playing some scale patterns. We're going to start off with the G major pentatonic. So G is going to be our tonic, our root note, and we're going to play a major pentatonic which is based off of the G major scale. So to play that, we do this. So for our G major pentatonic shape in the open position, we're going to start on the 3rd fret of the 6th string or the E string, and that is our G note. So that's our tonic or our root note for this scale shape. We're going to fret that with our 3rd finger. The next note that we want to play is the open 5th string, which is an A. Then we want to go to the 2nd fret, which is a B on that 5th string. Then we want to do the same on the next string. So we've got open 4th string, which is a D, and then we've got 2nd fret on that 4th string, which is an E, and then we get to our open 3rd string, which is a G. So that's our first octave of the G major pentatonic. So if we were to continue that on to get a 2nd octave so that we can get all the way down the 6 strings, we would start from the 3rd string open, which is our G, which is our tonic or root. So we go open 3rd string, then we go 2nd fret again on the 3rd string for our A note. Then we're going to go open 2nd string, which is our B. 3rd fret on that 2nd string is our D. Open 1st string for our E. And then 3rd fret of that 1st string is G, and we're back to the root or tonic again. So all together, that's 3rd fret, open, 2nd, open, 2nd, open, 2nd, open, 3rd, open, 3rd. So now that we've got the major pentatonic scale shape under our fingers, let's have a look at the minor pentatonic scale shape. And this one's based off of the natural minor scale, and we're going to be in the key of A. So let's play that, and then let's see if there's any similarities between the two. Now for our minor pentatonic shape, we're going to be in A minor. So our root or tonic note is A, and then we're going to start that one on the 5th fret of the 6th string. That's our A note. And we're going to go 5th fret to the 8th fret with our little finger. Then we're going to jump down a string, and we're going to go 5th fret to the 7th fret with our 3rd finger. And then we're going to jump down a string and we're going to do the same again. So 5th fret to the 7th fret. Jump down to our 3rd string and we do the same again. 5th fret to the 7th fret. Now when we get to the 2nd string or the B string, we're going to go 5th fret again, and we're going to use our pinky to go up to the 8th fret. And then on this bottom E string, we're going to do the same. 5th fret to the 8th fret. So all together, that is. And we just add that C note in just to give us another option there. So now that we've learnt one position of the G major pentatonic scale and one position of the A minor pentatonic scale, if we look at them together, we can see that the actual scale shapes are very, very, very similar. The only difference is where our root note sits. So if we were playing our A minor pentatonic, for instance, our root note would be the A on the 5th fret of our top string. Now, if we were to play that same shape, but start on the 8th fret of our top string, we would be playing a C major pentatonic. And the same goes if we're playing our G major pentatonic. If we were to start that scale with an open E string and play that through, that would be the E minor pentatonic scale. So they're the same shapes, but one's a major, one's a minor. So just before we finish off this first video about the pentatonic scale, there is just one more thing I want to quickly run over, and that's finger positioning for your fretting hand. And what I mean by that is when we're playing our G major pentatonic down in this open position, we want to be allocating each finger a fret. And what I mean is, third finger will play all the notes that you play on the 3rd fret. Your second finger will be playing all the notes that are played on the 2nd fret. And the same goes when we move up to our A minor pentatonic shape. We want our first finger to be playing any notes that are played on the 5th fret. We want our little pinky to play any notes that are played on the 8th fret. And we want our third finger to be playing any notes that are on the 7th fret. And by allocating your fingers this way, it's just going to make your life a lot easier as you progress further down the track. And once you start playing licks and things, it's just going to make it a lot easier and more efficient for you to get around the fretboard. Thanks very much for joining me for this first edition of this series about the pentatonic scale. It's a nice little primer for what we've got coming up next. So in the next one, we're going to start looking at the different scale shapes all over the fretboard so that we can start moving around a bit, and we're going to start introducing something called the cage system as well to help us with that. If you are interested in getting your hands on that backing track that I used at the start of the video, you can head over to my Patreon page. There's a link down in the description that you can click on and you can get yourself that backing track. It is in the key of A minor, so we're able to use that A minor pentatonic scale that we learned earlier in the video, and you can start practicing over the top of that one. Also, if you really like this video and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, make sure you turn on the notifications, give me a like and a comment. I'd love to know what you guys think of this new series, and if there's anything else that you'd like me to do a series on, let me know in the comments. Thanks very much.